coming to the another sounds of the time message. Good afternoon. This is the voice I'm coming to with another sounds of the time message. Today what I want to bring out is genetic tampering, genetic manipulation, how the scripture tells you of genetic tampering and manipulation. So this is an article from conversation.com. This is an article from conversation.com on CRISPR. And this is an article from last year, July 28th. What CRISPR is gene editing, genetic sequence and reconfiguration of the natural patterns that God given the human vessel, and he edited it out and from the natural mutations of nature, and refixing it up to try to basically Satan's technology, trying to refix it and reperfect it for the physical, not the spiritual. But it's a lot more about it. So it says editing human embryos with CRISPR is moving ahead. Now it's time to work out the ethics. The announcement by researchers in Portland, Oregon, that they've successfully modified the genetic material of a human embryo took some people by surprise, with headlines referring to groundbreaking research in designer babies. Basically, the baby that's edited in the womb before birth. Basically, test tube babies, soulless babies, soulless humans, but continuing on. You might wonder what the scientists actually accomplished. This was a big step forward, but hardly unexpected. This kind of work proceeds. It continues to raise questions about ethical issues and how we should react. What did researchers actually do? For a number of years now, we have had the ability to alter genetic material in a cell using a technique called CRISPR. The DNA that makes up our genome comprises long sequences of base pairs, each base indicated by one of four letters, A, T, C, and G, if I'm not mistaken. These letters form a genetic alphabet, and words or sentences created from a particular order of letters are the genes that determine our characteristics, height, eye color, if you're athletic or not, but continuing on. Sometimes words can be misspelled or sentences slightly garbled, resulting in a disease or disorder. Genetic engineering is designed to correct those mistakes. CRISPR is a tool that enables scientists to target a specific area of a gene, working like a search and replace function in Microsoft Word to remove a section and insert the correct sequence. In the last decade, CRISPR has been the primary tool for those seeking to modify genes, human and otherwise, among other things. This is basically a predictive programming sequence from an anime called Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z has a lot of symbolism and a lot of things that's going on right now. Transhumanism, spiritual power, basically showing you how the spirit is very powerful, and how the Most High creation is basically powerful than physical weapons, carnal weapons. But
subject cell DNA growth sequence initiated.
There in my development chamber, I learned of my destiny through the voice of my creator, Dr. Giraud.
Voice message activated.
Cell, you must listen carefully. You are my ultimate achievement. I have spent years constructing you from the cells of the greatest fighters in the world, and soon your first evolution will be completed. If you are hearing this message, it's because I have not survived to see your completion. And though that saddens me greatly, I know that my revenge will be realized through you.
Notice it's in a test tube, or not a test tube, a tube cell with like culture around it, formulating this entity, building it and making it stronger by artificial means, And basically, what this creature is a cell. It was in the anime manga. It was a thing that had gathered cells from multiple fighters and different fighters across the planet, in the anime, and cultivated into one entity. Yeah, like I was saying, cultivated into one entity. Basically, a soulless entity, a soulless being created right here. One moment.
Nothing will stand in your way.
And this was a parasitical creation in this anime. You'll see toward the end what he talks about when he says some of the things along the parasitical entity does.
Warning. Chamber breach imminent. Warning. System malfunction. Warning. 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 Malfunction.
You will need to absorb the bioextract of the living to move to your next stage of development. You must feed to grow, but your hunger will never be satisfied. That is the beauty of your design. You will always have an insatiable appetite for power, much like my own. My enemies will become yours. Seek them out and destroy all of them. But never forget that your main objective is to become complete. The only way to do that is to find the other androids and absorb them. Perfect form.
No, but thanks to the article. So continuing on, it says human and otherwise. Among other things, it has been used in experiments to make mosquitoes resistant to malaria, genetically modified plants, also genetically modified bugs too. Bugs descent to spy on you. That's also predictive programming too in the anime. So yeah, this is a predictive programming seen in this anime manga too. This person on the screen, I'm sorry for the Spanish language, I couldn't find no translation in English. This person on the screen, his name is Dr. Jerome. Basically, he was a born human, but he was a brilliant scientist that created artificial androids and artificial robots. Basically, what we're saying today, such as Sophia, along those lines. But he basically transformed himself into a biomechanical android. He's gonna, he can't explain to you. He's going to show you some scenes with dealing with these spy robots that's going on around nowadays, artificially constructed insects and stuff.
Todo el tiempo. Para eso hemos utilizado un pequeño robot en forma de insecto. Hasta cuando estuviste en el torneo de las artes marciales.
Notice is recording all the everything that was important to record, But these robots out here, they record everything that people do day to day. Most likely the people that speaking the truth, speaking the truth about what's really going on in this world. But continuing on.
Lo que quiero decir es que continuamos con nuestros experimentos después de que destruiste la patria.
So here we go right here. He's basically a general and leader of an army called the Great River Army. one to the right is an android. But, their name, they don't have actual physical. They don't have names basically. They have names under their model number that they was created. And that number right there was Android 19. Dr. Jerome himself, like I said before, transformed himself into a bio-android mechanized being, soulless being. Both of them were soulless, but he transformed himself into a soulless mechanized being. Basically, he turned himself into Android 20. That's what that mainly mean after their model that they reported and created. Yeah, but continuing on, genetically modified plants to be resistant to disease, explore the possibility of engineered pets and livestock, and potentially treat some human diseases including HIV, hemophilia, and leukemia. Up until recently, the focus in humans has been on changing the cells of a single individual and not changing the egg, sperm, or early embryos, which is called the germline. Cells that pass traits along to offspring. Like I said before, physical characteristics, long hair, short hair, brown, blonde, blue or brown eye color, things along those lines. Continuing on, it says focusing on non-germline. The theory is that focusing on non-germline cells will limit any unexpected long-term impact of genetic changes on descendants. At the same time, this limitation means that we would have to use the technique in every generation, which affects its potential therapeutic benefit. Earlier this year, an international committee by the National Academy of Sciences issued a report that, while highlighting the concerns with human germline genetic engineering, laid out a series of safeguards and recommended oversight. The report was widely regarded as opening the door to embryo editing research. Basically manipulating the God-given natural sequence of events that leads up to a child's birth and editing it artificially, creating an artificial soulless entity walking around, but continuing on. This is exactly what happened in Oregon, although this is the first study reported in the United States. Similar research has been conducted in China. This new study, however, apparently avoided the previous errors we've seen with CRISPR, such as changes in other untargeted parts of the genome or the desired change not occurring in our cells. Both of these problems had made scientists wary of using CRISPR to make changes in embryos that might eventually be used in human pregnancy. Evidence of more successful and thus safer CRISPR use may lead to additional studies involving. I'll put this article in the description. But this is basically what this system promotes. Soulless entities enter into this physical realm, controlled by demonic spirits. But that's all I have for today. Signs of the times, signing out.